child comes into the classroom that day and puts on their jersey and the tag is inserted, at that point the child's name is on it, but there's no birth date, there's no address, there's no other information on it, so that the child, we do know that Johnny is moving around and at the site. When the child leaves, the tag is taken out and it's swiped and there's no longer any information on the tag. The information is downloaded to a server that shows, as I said, Head Start needs to take attendance every hour. So it shows that the child was at the site for those hourly attendance counts. It assists us in meals as far as, because it's a Head Start site, we get money through the Department of Agriculture for nutritional supplement, or not supplements, but nutritional requirements, and therefore we can just say, you know, how many students were fed what type of meal, and those reports are then sent on to Head Start in accordance with the program.
Nicole Ozer, what's your bigger issue with this, and where do you see this headed?
You know, we can understand that Head Start programs want to be efficient, but the reality is that using very high-powered chips that have a read range of up to 100 meters away and that have been shown to be very insecure is not the right solution. And we're certainly hoping that the district is going to look very closely at the fact that RFID technology has been shown to be very insecure and is not appropriate to use on school children. 5 years ago, parents up in Sutter, California, dismantled a similar program when they realized that there were really serious privacy and security concerns. And we want to make sure that preschoolers are safe and also that federal funds are being used in a way that's appropriate. You know, this is an expensive program. It's incredibly intrusive. And it's really potentially very unsafe for these kids. You know, this information can potentially be read at a distance. And once it's been read, a duplicate chip can actually be created, and that can confuse the system and make people think that the children are actually safely on campus when they've actually been taken off of campus. You know, we really can appreciate that school districts want to be efficient with their record keeping, but parents should not have to pay for public school with the privacy and security of their kids. And federal stimulus funds really need to be used appropriately and safely. And we certainly hope that the Department of Health and Human Services and Head Start and this district are going to look closely at this program and realize that there's cheaper and safer ways to take attendance for school kids.
And Nicole Ozer, are you planning any action, or have you been in contact with any of the parents who are directly involved with this program?
You know, right now we've been asking a lot of questions, and we're still trying to find out a lot of answers about this program and about the technology that's being used. But we are very concerned about how safe this is. You know, even though there may be limited information on those chips and that the chips are actually rotated, if somebody can track a child for a minute, an hour, a day, that can be very, very harmful to that child when they're on the playground or out on a field trip. And we want to make sure that that the Department of Health and Human Services and Head Start and this district have looked closely at these issues, and that parents aren't going to have to forfeit their child's safety for this issue. So we're very concerned that the school district did not understand this technology appropriately, and the parents certainly didn't understand the risks that it posed to the privacy and to the security of their children.
Nicole Ozer, I want to thank you for being with us of the ACLU, and Karen Mitchoff of the Contra Costa County Employment and Human Services Department. This is Democracy Now! When we come back, we're going to go to a case in Pennsylvania. There, a suit has been brought, and it's around the schools turning on the cameras in school-issued computers to look at, some say spy on, students. Stay with us.